Ciao a tutti, sono sempre io, Mat10, e oggi nel secondo account dovrebbe essere l'ultima missione, ma provo a finire la missione di Liyue. Allora, qua abbiamo sempre l'evento, punti esclamativi, sì, vabbè, però non mi interessa perché è un po' difficilino qui, quindi non la voglio fare. E appunto dobbiamo continuare la missione di Liyue. Sono arrivato al 28, quindi posso appunto continuare la missione di Liyue. Per quanto riguarda i codici ne ho 10, quindi posso fare 10 pull, che vi ricordo che è il secondo account e non è il primo, quindi non facciamo kills ma facciamo skirk quando uscirà. Quindi senza perderci in chiacchiere, questo video non so quanto potrebbe durare. Il video più lungo che abbiamo mai fatto è durato 1 ora e 40, potrebbe durare meno o potrebbe durare di più. Sapete bene che io ho le parti dove c'è il combattimento, ora non le taglio più, ma le faccio semplicemente più veloci. Io quindi non riesco altro che fare l'ultima missione di Liyue. Solo che c'è un problema, c'è un cosa che sarà, a parte che devo sconfiggere vabbè, Tartaglia, che comunque magari nel mio primo account non è un problema perché comunque con Kinich, con Molani sono piuttosto forte. Per il secondo account non sono fortissimo appunto. Però l'altro problema è che appunto c'è anche proprio dei nemici da sconfiggere entro un limite di tempo. Cioè, in pratica vi dico cosa bisogna fare pian piano. Vi dico che prima di tutto voglio evitare questi nemici qua. Un momento, scusate. E, appunto, che appunto ci sarà una parte dove devo tipo entro non so quanti minuti, dove entro un limite di tempo, devo sconfiggere dei nemici per salvare come ho detto, proprio gli Adeptus, gli Aeoni. Scusate un momento, ma qua cioè, sto avendo un problema. E appunto, comunque, diciamo che la missione di Liyue non è così facile. Non è poi così tanto facile l'ultima missione di Liyue. Scusate, devo un attimo cercare un modo per andare fin lassù. E ovviamente adesso la parte la velocizzerò tutta finché non arriverò appunto in cima al monte Tianeng. Questo ragazzi ci vuole molta pazienza. Eccomi arrivato.
Look up there! That's the Jade Chamber!
La domanda è come ci arriviamo.
This is bad. Paimon... Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber,
Raggiungere la sua
heading
posizione
to it,
sulla
let's
mappa.
look around. There has to be a way up there nearby.
Allora ragazzi, sappiamo che nel primo account possiamo andare lassù in due modi. Uno, piuttosto un po' banalmente, appunto teletrasportarci. E l'altro è là, c'è un tizio qua, dove tipo devi dirgli vendete la luna e in pratica ti fa
Hey,
salire nella
look!
dimora.
There's some sort of net. Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber. No way! Just trust Paimon.
Beh, fermo che se è una trappola mi incavolo con te. Posso arrivare fino alla cassa.
Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to... Huh? Why? Or... Oh, Paimon gets it! Alright, let's follow... Oh, hang on a
Guarda
moment.
laggiù.
Looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Why don't we shoot you up to the
Non
Jade
ti
Chamber
sparia-
using the ballista?
Non ho voglia di morire.
Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong Ballista.
Quindi dobbiamo andare alla balista della... È una casa veramente penosa. Quindi non resta altro che andare fino alla... alla balista. Ok. E adesso non resta altro che... Vabbè, ci vediamo dopo. Siamo arrivati e ci sono dei milliliti. Va bene. Vediamo un po'.
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. We're invited guests. What makes you think you can treat... No. Wait. Maybe this was... She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set
No,
up a
non
megalith
credo.
ambush here to... Now Paimon's mad. You...
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at once!
E...
Well, here they come.
Oh no, di nuovo combattimento. Bene.
Stop! What's all this about?
E questo è catching.
Lady Coaching, these two strange people suddenly appear.
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go to the Jade Chamber?
We're invited guests here to look for the Liyue Chising. Who are you?
C'è catching proprio con la faccia. Ah.
Well, as it happens, I am.
Oh,
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Chising. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes?
wow. Paimon didn't think we'd...
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair. These millilith are just here to guard the scene.
So
Non
this
penso.
was all a misunderstanding? Paimon never would have thought.
Anyway, for a
Ti tocca
mortal
per
to
Paimon.
be able to repair an...
That was... Eh? Oh, right. So, Lady Yuheng...
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the...
When you say protect,
Huh?
you are mortals and thus under their protection. There was no way. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning. I'll say it like it is.
Ci stanno
They're underestimating
sottovalutando.
us.
Well, you've got to... Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from...
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to... Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. How surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything. The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the... I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't... You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. Ningguang, the cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor.
Favor? But, wait, that's right. Greeting gifts are a staple
Portare
of
consigli
Liyue's
dei doni è una
culture.
delle tradizioni
We need to
fondamentali
get
dei
one.
Liyue. Dobbiamo
Not
trovarne
to
uno.
curry favor or
No?
anything,
Per chiedere dei
just
favori,
to
no? Per rispettare la colpa di Liyue.
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Well then, may we meet again, traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty... So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her? Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing
il
snack
muso
last night.
glassato.
Shoot, Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect. Why don't we go with that for a gift? With a certain boom shakalaka. Let's go gather ingredients. Time...
Va bene, quindi bisogna dare qualcosa a Ningguang. Da quello che ho capito. Bene. Ora state che andare. 1 e 2. Ok, non resta altro che andare lì. Ok, vediamo un po'.
Is it just Paimon? Huh? Did you hear that? No! That was definitely Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure hoarder...
Ok. Fatto! Sappiamo... Mengdan. Salve, non avrei più paura.
Thank you for your help, kind travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this cell. Those treasure hoarders, when their mood...
Aw, it was nothing.
I understand. Don't say that. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing jewelry in Liyue. I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure, various knickknacks, you name it. Well, as long as you want what I have to...
Wait a moment. Actually,
Oh? And what might...
do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one.
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift
Noi della
boxes?
gioielleria
At Mingxing Jewelry,
abbiamo
we have
selezionato
the
il
best gift
pacchettamento
wrapping
regali
service
migliore
in
di
the
tutte le
7
sette-
nations. Now just give me a moment and I'll let the boss know.
Great! Paimon sugar from...
Bene. Così Ningguang sarà più felice. Speriamo. Vai la gioielleria. Perfetto. Vediamo un po'. Andiamo. Non c'è bisogno di usare il tempo, tanto ecco dietro. Salve.
Hey there! A guy called Meng Dan...
Uncle Meng already told me about it. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Meng. Here, this container is itself an antique. With at least
140
140 years of...
Yep. Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one?
Sure, please help yourselves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, it's done! The one and only sugar...
Oh, yes. You might want to use these two freshly...
Woohoo! It looks beautiful!
Come non convince ancora molto?
Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this...
Perché a noi non ci convince questo melmoso classato? Ha un bel aspetto. Cerca la guida della dimora di Giada. Dovrebbe essere quel tizio lì che sta appunto nel coso dove devi dire se verde la luna. Non resta altro che andare. Eccoci arrivati. Lui è Buyun. Salve.
According to Kuching, this... Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
Vedere la luna, lui si per... Certo, quanto ne volete?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber.
Sì.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the yuan.
Vabbè. Bene, ora dovremo salire, che io sappia, nella dimora. Ed ecco qua Ningguang. Bene.
I've been waiting for you, returnee from...
It's Ningguang. Since this is our first meeting,
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I... I'm glad you... This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any
fluttua nel
mountain.
cielo.
From this vantage point, one may survey... I have been
Si può
gathering
osservare
the
tutta
funds
Liyue.
necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since... At first, it was but the size of one room.
È grande solo quanto una
Now,
stanza.
it is large enough to blot out the moon in the
A
skies above
coprire la
Liyue.
luna nel cielo di Rio.
One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. but I have been in correspondence. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to...
Wait, was...
Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours.
Ah, ok.
At the Guizhang Ballista...
You weren't peeking on us.
I fear that peeking would have been Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far...
Parla con Ningguang.
I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2000. In the end, only 7 victors remained. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we? Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his... That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught but our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. Hiding the Exuvia was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative.
Who's this enemy you're talking?
What do you think, traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well answered.
Luigi.
The scenery out here is fine indeed.
Entra nella dimora di Giada. Bene. Poi alla fine, ragazzi, alla fine di Liyue, la dimora di Giada viene... Appunto c'è un mostro marino. E appunto Ningguang deciderà di sacrificare la dimora di Giada. Però durante l'interludio si ricostruirà tutta. Parla con Ningguang.
Be at ease, you two. Make your...
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends.
Ooh, is it?
La bacheca
Why,
leggendaria.
you've kept your ear...
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a...
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, if possible. But if you were to choose the more... You'd pick... I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the... But after she said those words, the time of the Adepta... Well, I must say that quite a few of... I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But for Liyue, indeed, it seems that you... I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to...
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue. Wait, that's right. Speaking of...
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return.
Questo vale anche per me, Paimon.
It's all... Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say... One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for... Just imagine. How much more?
Cioè, Paimon è veramente... pensa al cibo e ai soldi. Pensa a questo, Paimon. Un po' tirchia comunque.
Let's grab one. The biggest one.
Va bene.
Huh? Well, that was an easy search. La 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 la. Let's see what's written on it. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Sigil of permission, something, something. Aw, that doesn't sound like... This piece of paper shows that a cheating spy...
Sigillo del
Oh,
consenso.
Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to research on the Sigil of Permission. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. Seems there's still more for us. Oh. Well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we That's way out of Paimon's league. Anyway, before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers and see if the Fatui really...
Ok, quindi adesso dove bisogna andare? Dai Fatui, credo. Verso la posizione sulla neve di carta. Va bene. Beh, ci vediamo quando avrà raggiunto la destinazione. Forse ci sono riuscito. Dopo tanto tempo, forse ci sono riuscito.
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. Paimon's seen this... Oh, Paimon knows. But how did a relic of the adept die? Oh, that's right. Cloud retained talismans like that were once used. Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sig, being able to channel divine power in battle? And the plot thickens. We'll need to keep an eye on Child, that's for... Alright, that's enough sticking around here.
Dobbiamo
We
vedere
gotta go meet
Zhongli
at the
al più
last
presto.
stop on our rite of parting preparation. Let's go!
Dove di Dihua. Sì, comunque ho messo Barbara perché c'era un nemico di fuoco e quindi con Barbara dovevo
This world is full of
sconfiggerlo perché con l'acqua era meglio. Incontra Zhongli alla palude di Dihua. Ragazzi, io questo qui credo che, se non sbaglio, è la parte che era arrivato io. Perché, ragazzi, intendo nel primo account. Perché vi ripeto per la 500esima volta che il mio primo account è di mio fratello e non è mio. Cioè, adesso è mio, però intendo che prima era di mio fratello. Sì, lui non ci gioca più perché non gli piace più. E quindi appunto, allora io, per quanto riguarda l'Archon Quest, appunto l'aveva iniziata mio fratello, io ero arrivato appunto che dovevo sconfiggere dei malefiori, che appunto dovevo cantare tipo davanti a della menta, e quindi se non sbaglio dovrebbe essere questa la zona, più o meno, comunque vicino.
Right on time. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade?
It was so big and pretty. And
Indeed.
Infatti Ningguang è tipo
It's second to
ricchissimo.
none in all. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust?
she's super rich and so generous. Yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon.
Oh. So you also...
She said the time
Le
of
sede
the
adepti è
Adepti has
tramontata da
long
tempo.
passed.
Se
If
nemmeno le
even
sede
Liyue
di
and
lui vogliono
Qixing
affrontare la
don't want
verità,
to face that
che futuro può
truth,
esserci per
then what
Liyue?
future is there for Liyue?
Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Kuching, Ningguang is more of... Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intention. Yes, she has only relied on her... It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most
Ovviamente ha
important
appena
thing to
detto
her
Zhongli che
then?
la democrazia è la seconda cosa che Ningguang tiene di più.
Why, Mora, of course.
Non fa una
All
fine.
Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after...
That is how the Fatui have always been. No matter what they may be planning.
So, is there anything we need to get?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is.
lilies. But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in you... Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending...
No. The Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower
La pose di
that
Dio una
listens
volta
to
era
human
ricopare di
song.
splendidi
Before
figli.
the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was
Prima
all
della
dry
guerra la
land
ponte
and
era
fertile
una
soil.
terra salubre e
But the
fertile. Nella
war
guerra
caused
causò
landslides,
degli
and the land
smottamenti.
was
Quel luogo
flooded,
venne invaso
turning it
dall'acqua,
into the marsh you see now.
diventando l'acquitrino che è
Nearly all
oggi.
the glaze.
Oh.
Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved, and wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing to them. Singing to the flowers will make them more fragrant.
So how good is your singing? Really? Why doesn't Paimon book...
We'll only know once he starts singing.
Cerca di splendidi gli selvatici con i giungli. E ora, ragazzi, dovremmo arrivare a i malefiori.
It's time to sing! Whenever you're ready!
Dovrebbe essere tipo così, ragazzi.
Da 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 da.
Che poi è la canzone che fa Barbara nella scena da. E ora malefiori. Fatto.
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have
Well, that's nice and all.
Unfortunately, no.
That's so late.
Excuse me.
Ganio.
Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey! It's... What's your...
Hello, traveler. That reminds me. How was your visit to...
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get...
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope. We found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
She's acting different from the first time.
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But
you came all the way out here to see the flowers?
Vedere i fiori.
Why not just enjoy...
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace...
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue. Yes. Now that the spirit of the other five, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same of the current 7 Archons. The youngest is Sumeru. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its...
So what do you think of this?
Huh? This... As a mortal, I've never dared, but as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality.
Huh? Did you just say, as an Adeptus?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Qilin. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. Well, let's save that conversation. I also know where wild glaze lilies can be.
We dare not refuse.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know.
Wow, so you really know your stuff?
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance, if you would excuse me, I should return to my work now.
And that just about does it. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him.
I've had enough venture. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, so you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself.
Wow, See? Zhongli sounds like he... Alright, I think it's about time...
Molto bene, torniamo a Liyue. Quindi ragazzi, qui, questa parte che faremo da questa parte in poi fino a fine Natlan è parte che ho fatto io e mio fratello, arrivederci, non ha fatto più niente. Quindi io non resta giocando a Liyue. A quanto pare ci sono i fatui.
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on them.
Do they intend to exercise?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, however, both sides were quite obstinate.
It seems inevitable, given the...
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge...
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort...
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the land.
And what now?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must... Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an... Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this.
Things are taking a turn for the... I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng. Consider your next course of action carefully.
Having connections with the... So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see, he must be waiting for the... But where could we find him now?
È il Palazzo
Where would he
Dorato,
go at a
credo.
time like this?
Nel Palazzo Dorato. Dove c'è la boss fight? Con appunto con Child alias Tartaglia. Quindi ora non resta altro che fare la boss fight con Tartaglia, ragazzi. Esatto, ovviamente la parte la velocizzerò. Allora, Tartaglia si è diviso in tre parti. C'è la parte iniziale, dove c'è lui appunto che è idro. Poi c'è la parte dove indossa la maschera, che è quella parte elettro. E poi c'è la parte più difficile, dove appunto mischia a idro ed elettro e diventa super potente. Sì, però forse credo che prima sarebbe meglio che ci curiamo. Vabbè, non importa. Vabbè, proviamo comunque a... Vediamo un po'. Vabbè, andiamo a Palazzo Dorato a fare la boss fight.
Mind the wind.
Avvia.
Wow! This is the Golden House? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed this is where all of Tibet's mora is minted, right? Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky trick, but even if we can't take any, or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of mora, it's like a dream come true. Oh, right, it's quiet. Too quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon, quick! We have to go make sure that the
Qui c'è tutta opera di Child. Esamina l'exuvia.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Where should I start? Well, I've never been one to beat around the bush, you know. But who could have possibly guessed that the god of Geo would mysteriously perish the very moment I arrived? If it weren't for that lovely little rite of parting ceremony you put together, it would have taken me a whole lot longer to get the stopping the more immense. hiding away the
Quindi per tutto il
exuvia.
tempo è stato cattivo fin
The
dall'inizio.
chasing are really...
So you've been planning to
Non
take
so,
the
magari
gnosis
pensavo che
from
Enzo era
inside the
buono, poi
exuvia
l'abbiamo
all
provocato. No,
along?
invece è stato cattivo fin dall'inizio.
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see that she will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and the time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, either way. We now come to my favorite part, the battle.
Battle? So you're the type that go...
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral, instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on this. When she faces a worthy opponent, she will But as for me, the greatest pleasure...
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen...
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to... Fighting talk, I love it. Now let's see you live up to it.
Perfetto, ragazzi. Ora c'è l'ultima
Not
trasformazione di
bad. Your
Tartaglia.
swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get.
Ora però sì che Tartaglia tipo adesso va a comprare una roba e si arrabbierà tantissimo
Didn't
adesso.
think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected.
Tipo Tartaglia dovrebbe cercare qualcosa. Vuole l'agnosi, però non la trova e adesso si arrabbia tantissimo.
I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Tartaglia. Adesso c'è poi l'immagine con la scritta. L'ultimo messaggero. Non ho detto bene.
Not bad. But this is going to cost you. Yeah!
E poi ragazzi dopo la boss fight non è finita, bisogna sconfiggere degli altri nemici e bisogna impedire ai nemici di sconfiggere dei cosi per sconfiggere appunto il mostro acquatico, cos'è tipo 3 teste. Non è facilissimo comunque. Ragazzi, fatto. Sì, comunque pensavo pensavo più difficile. Perché nel primo account ricordo che era un principiante di Genshin.
Look! Child's back to normal again!
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it...
That's what we've been trying to tell you! We didn't...
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? But if that is a secret you wish to keep, this battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable, given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone. In fact, in my...
What? So you mean that...
Oh?
Yes, it appears so.
Rex
Interesting to
Lapis è
say the
ancora
least.
vivo.
It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also as such. We must.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this.
E appunto adesso
for the
chiamerà
weak
tutti i
will be
fatui
swept
e
away
noi li
in the
dobbiamo
process.
sconfiggere per impedirgli tipo di... Appunto, dopo gli Adeptus fanno una specie di
The
coso.
truth is, the world belongs to those who. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbor.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies
Dio che ne
dormant
posa
beneath
sotto la
Guyon's
forza di
stone
pelle di
fort.
Guyon.
God?
Appunto il mostro, quello di acqua a tre teste.
Overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the GR Archon, and the Ark. If such an ancient god were to be do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would...
Ora ragazzi, devo fare una parte... Certo, ripeto, a meno che non sia come discorso di prima, che nel primo account ero un principiante. Appunto dovrò sconfiggere dei fatui dentro tipo 5 minuti. Entro 5 minuti devo impedire ai fatui di sconfiggere, di abbattere appunto gli adepti.
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researched.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just with the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed, using the powers of ancient gods and such as, but knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo Archon to show.
Ai 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 ai. Ora arriva questo mostro a tre teste.
Let's see. Will the nation that has
Perché
lost
tra
its
le
deity be
teste
swallowed up by an
sono
ancient
tipo
malice
tre
once
mostri di
more?
Loch Ness tipo.
If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
Sono tipo tre mostri di Loch Ness, cioè, infatti ho sbagliato a dire tre teste, tipo, sono tipo tre mostri, però credo che siano tre mostri in uno, credo. E ora bisogna continuare a combattere.
Paimon's exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber fly... Did we make it in time?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade
Ecco abbiamo
Chamber?
tutti gli adepti.
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we...
Oh, Paimon gets it. Just seeing this...
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits which is why we must stop that monster.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago. So will the power of the Qixing...
We've already discussed this together.
What? Wait...
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research, and as fate would have it, one who did. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms?
I suppose this is... So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista
Ora
to fight
capirete
off
perché
that
appunto
god.
fra poco
All
ci
the
sarà una scena
Adepti here
dove
can lend
capirete
their
perché
strength
Lingo
to
doveva
manage.
essere 5 stelle
We
e non
haven't a
4.
moment to spare. Our battle begins now. Yep.
Cioè infatti Lingwanger, cioè mostra praticamente una potenza da 5 stelle, cioè guardate. E ora ci sono questi tre cosi, che sono tipo di cose che spareranno, e i fatui devono appunto sconfiggere queste tre cose. E noi dobbiamo impedire ai fatui che appunto distruggano queste tre cose. Entro tipo 5 minuti, entro un arco di ecco. Infatti adesso la parte credo che sia molto difficile questa. Potrebbe essere più difficile di Child. Ripeto, a meno che nel primo account non ero un principiante. Molto bene, allo stesso tempo e mettiamo tutto in un baleno. Mamma mia ragazzi, ce l'abbiamo fatta. Avete visto tutto molto veloce, lo so, ma solo che c'è una brutta notizia. Io, in tutti questi minuti, ho cercato di proteggere questi tre cosi, ma alla fine cascheranno tutti. Poi cascheremo anche noi, ma Xiao ci salverà. E infatti, cioè, per proteggere questi tre cosi non sono comunque riusciti.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
Appunto, sacrificherà la...
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
Dimora di Giada.
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Sì ragazzi, nell'interludio incontreremo di nuovo questi tre mostri dei Loch Ness, come li volete chiamare, però sarà più semplice e potremo provare Shen. E ok, basta, fortunatamente non ci sono altri nemici o altre cose da fare. Ci sono giusto le ultime cose da dire.
Is it finally over?
Sì.
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to
Allora,
fade.
la missione è finita, però lo chiamo io adesso così, i tre mostri dei Loch Ness sono stati sconfitti, ma non del tutto, cioè non sono stati
The
uccisi.
effects of the sigil of permit. It will be some time before the overlord of the.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud
E appunto,
Retainer.
durante appunto quel video lunghissimo, cioè quel video cortissimo che è appunto la battaglia che ho appunto tutta velocizzata, appunto Madame Ping, Xiao, Cloud Retainer e vabbè, tutti gli altri Adeptus ci hanno tutti aiutato.
I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already... At first, it was only the size of a... It is a testament to Ningguang's entire... Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means...
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such Thank you all for hearing me out.
Oh?
3,700 years.
3700 anni.
According to our records,
Cioè,
the
avevano
Adepti
contratto con
signed a
Rex
contract
Lapis
with
per
Rex
proteggere
Lapis
Liyue
to protect
3700
Liyue.
anni fa.
Even to this very day, Liyue and it, but that does not mean that the Liyue of today do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense.
Forebears, you say? One day.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though
Sì,
mortal,
infatti, le sette
are
stelle di
equally
Liyue,
bound to the
cioè ragazzi,
contract.
Ningguang, lei non è che Ningguang è un Adeptus,
Each
no,
passing
oltretutto,
generation
la
of the
sette stelle di Liyue
Qixing
non
leaves many
c'entrano
things of value to be
assolutamente niente con
inherited
gli
by the
Adeptus.
next generation.
E Ningguang non è che è immortale, una dea, no, lei è cioè una ragazza, una donna, semplicemente, vabbè, è a capo delle sette stelle di Liyue, però, cioè, è una normale mortale.
I also thought to tell
Non è
him
che è una dea,
how the past generations of... But I dared not speak.
Oh, Ningguang.
come anche Catching, non è che lei è immortale, cioè sono tutti... E inoltre Catching non è un gatto. Le sue cose che si udano nei suoi capelli sono un'acconciatura, perché molti credevano che Catching avesse due orecchie da gatto, ma non è vero.
Yet another perspective.
Quindi
What are you
in
trying to
sintesi,
say,
le sette stelle di Liyue, due cose non c'entrano niente con Adeptus e appunto sono mortali.
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's as the Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity, as Adepti, we've become a laughing...
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang...
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am a...
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were... Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise...
Huh? Why does everyone look so down?
Weren't you frightened?
I wasn't afraid. All this, when danger is near, everyone always protects me. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please.
Unfortunately, we...
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. Aww.
You see, the country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti, although their blood is weak. The time of contracts between gods and...
Seeing the port around us now...
Your line of inquiry is askew.
Seems like the Adept...
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the conqueror of demons. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new... Fair enough.
Since we Adepti have but how will we ensure that the...
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. Oh, right! It's nice child wanted to unleash the god, so he could lure Rex, but we were able to handle the Overlord of... Oh, and speaking
Quindi
of
Rex Lapis alla fine non è mai arrivato, quindi non è vero che
the
Rex Lapis è
bottom of that
morto.
Archon's...
Sì, giusto un ultimo saluto ai Zhongli, ragazzi, poi abbiamo fatto, ragazzi. Siamo a 1 ora e 13, pensavo di meno. Ovviamente, ragazzi, 1 ora e 13. Sto guardando su della registrazione, ovviamente, però, visto che tutte le parti le velocizzerò tutte, credo che verrebbe più corta di 1 ora e 13.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid...
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you...
Unfortunately, Zhongli
Non è
isn't
qui al
here at the
momento,
moment.
pare sia andato alla banca del
Doesn't the
nord.
Northland Bank belong to the... Last time we saw Zhongli was before we... Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? We had better go and make sure...
Ah, se adesso alla banca del nord incontreremo anche signora. Molto bene, ora quindi uno resta che andrà velocemente alla banca del nord. Incontreremo signora e Child. Niente nella banca del nord.
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Signora.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities? Oh, it seems that some of your friends...
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And...
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching...
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly...
Paimon knew that we should never...
Oh, now don't say that. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, the real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled.
Il contratto rispettato.
That which thou seeketh is now bestowed
Signora,
unto
devi
thee.
dare l'agnosi a signora. Ah.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Geo? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but...
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter...
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing?
Quindi abbiamo scoperto che Zhongli era Rex Lapis fin da... Io penso che... L'abbiamo scoperto ora, io penso di averlo scoperto diverso tempo fa. Cioè, io... Non pensavo che Zhongli era Rex Lapis, cioè... L'abbiamo scoperto solo ora. Ah, vabbè.
Gathering...
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that, as you know, I've even boulders that can withstand world until one drizzly day. I stood motionless among the crowd.
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, so I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Chising to play their roles together. That's right. Which is why I...
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point...
Of course. And it would have been all too... Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents.
In the end, the resolution to all that had... Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, credit is also due to Senora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, traveler. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not. I had expected them to do no more. They seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine...
Huh? That doesn't sound...
On the contrary, I think it is excellent.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You...
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, adept...
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the...
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapolyarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty.
È un famosissimo palazzo, tipo sotto il cielo stellato, appunto dove tipo il covo, la base di tutti i fatui. Appunto questo palazzo, questo che vi ho fatto vedere una volta un'immagine, appunto sotto lo cielo stellato di Signoria Maya.
Fine. I'll meet you there.
Do as you wish.
Oh, signora se ne va. Al momento
Now
diciamo
then,
che è calma. Perché
is
vi
there
ricordo
anything
che
else
poi
you wish to
signora
ask me?
sarà il boss principale di Nazuma.
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good
Realistically speaking, there...
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last. As for the bargaining chip, uncover that answer for yourself in your...
Lascia... quanto manca ancora? Devo mancare poco e poi ragazzi manca veramente poco.
Today's the day of the rite of parting.
Titolo di ascensione.
Although the star of the
Sì,
show is
questa è la signora
fake, we
Belvedere.
spent so much time
Ah,
trying to organize
va bene. Vediamo un po'
Well, since
cosa
we're
hanno da
going
dire
through with
queste
this rite of parting,
persone.
I guess it means that those... So Rex Lapis is really... Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think? There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was the Fatui.
Quindi ancora questi credono che Rex
They
Lapis è
certainly are
morto.
very
Ma in realtà abbiamo
Lower
scoperto
your
che non è
voice.
mai morto. E che è Zhongli.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere.
Yes, and to think that this happened...
Say, do you think the
Now that you mention it, that's very... I mean, it all fits together. That person must... Still, what sort of supernatural
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look.
Ascolta l'annuncio dei mille liti.
Hear ye all! Though a dragon soars ageless as gods and adepti live glorious lives, but rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was having been thwarted in his trial. Rex Lapis's soul has recouped, nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said. So that's how there's... Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Could the Qixing already have known that Rex... Did Zhongli tell them in Exactly, right? Ooh.
Quanto manca ancora, ragazzi? Raggiungi il luogo del rito.
Look, it's Ningguang and Kuching. Are they saying something?
As said previously,
Come già detto.
Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the...
3,700 years of
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous.
The long, unending dream of our Archon.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, will you stand with us as we re-establish...
So concludes the words of Her Eminence. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our...
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Oh? Ma ancora. Parla con le persone che stanno assistendo al rito. Ma quanto
And to
manca
think I
ancora?
put my best, but it seems as if those well, that's fine.
Comunque,
Suffer no rivals in love,
stranissimo
they say.
che Traveler abbia parlato. Una di quelle pochissime battute che fa mentre parla. Quante... Ok.
Perhaps mementos for Rex Lapis?
The cleanup of the...
Cerca Zhongli. Eccolo qua.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue, and here you are looking all relaxed.
Right. If the two of you can spare the time.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli.
You're right. I do like them more.
But why would Morax lack more?
As the Rex Lapis
Perché Morax deve vedere la
Morax,
corte di
I can
Mora.
easily create
Effettivamente.
Mora. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand,
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as...
well, we were only spending Fatui money. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money. The Archon Morax could never experience life at... I must thank... I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli. That is true. But there is no journey...
Paimon thinks that we should...
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed.
Il vostro viaggio sarà difficile.
Yes, the nation has been closed by order of the Electro-Archon Ball. And just
Ball
as the people
sarebbe
of
la
Liyue
Shogun
prefer to
Raiden.
call me Rex
Una cosa che
Lapis,
ancora non ho capito è che
she
differenza
too
appunto
goes
fra
by
Shogun
another name
Raiden
among locals
e
in Inazuma.
Raiden Ei. Non ho capito chi sono loro due.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people...
That said, though people at the wharf were saying, Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their... But if a person shows true strength of will at a death, this is what visions are.
Uh-huh. That's how people into...
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating
Decreto
the
di
Vision
caccia
Hunt
alle
Decree.
visioni. Che appunto questo cosa, infatti non ho capito qual è lo scappo di tutto questo. Che se non sbaglio è quella parte dove c'è Toma, se non sbaglio.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the
I
omnipresent...
want to seize visions. But what?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes,
Whoa. That's hard.
the Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of
Lo Shogun Raiden
contracts.
è la
For
God
her
of
part,
Eternity,
the
appunto.
Raiden Shogun
La,
is the god of eternity.
la dea dell'eternità.
It seems as the fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed knowing her. She must have again 7 ideals for 7 gods. All right then. Was there anything else you... Well then, I suppose you'll have to find...
Una nuova stella in arrivo, completata. E va bene. Ok ragazzi, abbiamo fatto. Andiamo alle ricompense. Possiamo fare qualche pull. Ok, ne possiamo fare una. Non aspettiamo di più. Però vabbè. E quindi al momento possiamo fare. Ovviamente, ripeto, le lasciamo per Skirken. Possiamo fare. Oh. Ah. E va bene. La prossima missione, se non sbaglio, dovrebbe essere... quella di Daisley. Daisley, ragazzi, appunto, è... questo questo personaggio, che forse potrebbe diventare giocabile, che ci aiuterà appunto per la ricerca di Lumin. Ragazzi, io non ho altro da dire. Io mi fermo qua, anche perché questo video sta durando tanto. E ve lo dico senza aver fatto, senza aver velocizzato le parti. Al momento sono a 1 ora e 30. Però questo video potrebbe venire anche più corto. E quindi non ho altro da dire. Io mi fermerei subito qua. Ci vediamo al prossimo video. Ciao!